the new oldest coin ever. That's what one of us got this week. Now, I'm not going to say who it was. Okay, it was Doug. But what's intriguing about this coin is that it's unlike any coin we've ever found before. It didn't sound right. It didn't look right. It didn't feel right. We did a quick ID in the field, which I think was pretty close. It can come down to 2 or 3, all of which would be his oldest coin ever. And I do a little breakdown at the end to help you guys decide, because I'm still trying to decide. But it was an amazing coin, an amazing day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you at the end. Later. All right, Doug, first find of the day. This was a scratchy one, Doug. I almost wouldn't want to dig it. It was coming up like in the mid-30s. I put my machine in deep mode, which I'm starting to experiment with deep mode a little bit more. Kind of gives it a different tone. So I dug down. It was only about maybe 3 inches. And I think it's a tom back button. Yep, there it is. I think it might be a tom back because a brass button usually wouldn't come up that. Oh, no, it's not a tom back. Just surprised it came up that low.
Too green for...
Yeah, no, yeah. Let me give it a brush down. There might not be any markings on it, but let me take a look. I do see the pushed-in shank. Yeah. All right, there it is, Doug. Not so impressive on this side. There's no markings or anything on it. But you know what's cool about it is, look at the beautiful contour design on the back.
Yeah.
It's not quite a morning shank, but this is like an after the shower shank. It's there, but it's useless.
Yeah.
No, but hey, that's a beautiful button, Doug.
Yep.
150 years old, 200 years old.
So we know there's still things.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff here, and it didn't sound good, so I'm going to have to chase those scratchy ones today. And first find of the day, Doug, you know what that means, right? Yeah. So we have a good day. I'm going to eat the banana this time. I'm hungry. I'm just going to put the peel in there, but I'm hoping for some great stuff. Jeff's coming. Kyle might come. Whew, the day is just priceless.
Now it'll get good.
All right, I got a coin here. This was a deep one. It was scratchy, but it was repeating, and it was crisp on the edges, even though the numbers weren't quite showing up every pass. It's right there. It's small. If I had to guess, it's going to be an Indian. It could be a wheat penny. It was awfully deep. If it's a wheat penny, though. No, it's an Indian. I can see the wreaths coming through. The wreaths. Wreaths? I don't know how you pronounce that. Let me brush this down, and I'm going to get a date off. It's actually got good shape, even though it looks a little worn. Oh, Doug, I think it's from the 70s.
1970?
No, even better than that. Even better. The back is beautiful. I don't even need the light. I only needed the light for the front.
Yeah.
And I gotta put my glasses on, Doug. I think it's from the 70s. Let me get my glasses on. Those are the best ones.
Oh, man.
Hold on.
Wouldn't that be funny if it's 77?
I'm not gonna hold my breath, but I am gonna hold my glasses. Okay. All right, Doug, there it is. I was right. I got the glasses on now. It's not 77. It is, I think it's 73. And all those 70s ones, they're tough to find, Doug. They're my favorite ones. And I don't even need the super fancy flashlight.
Not this time.
But, turn it off. 2,500 lumens, Doug.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't mess around. I love my lumens.
Dog Tag Doug just said, it's about time he found a coin.
Dog Tag Doug.
This is definitely a ooh.
Is it? What was that? Oh, that was the weirdest sound I ever heard. It's like a dog that was dying. Oh, I do see it, Doug.
Yeah. Doesn't it look like a coin?
How deep were you?
It came out of the bottom.
The bottom of this hole?
Yes. So it...
I think that's going to be a U.S. copper. It looks thick to me.
Yeah, it does.
All right, let's see what we get.
Well, it's definitely not a button. But I don't know that... we might get something off of this.
All right, we're going to give it a rub down and be right back.
Give it a massage.
From a certain angle, Doug thought he saw a bust.
That was my
But it might, well, sometimes they do play tricks on you. You try to angle it just right, maybe you see something. There's the other side, and...
Oh, I see Britannia, right?
Hold on, Doug, see Britannia.
Yeah. Let me...
Okay.
You look at it from this side. I'll hold it like I saw. Here, turn it around.
We're gonna see. Let's orient this, and I'm gonna come back. Clear as day.
Clear as day.
Clear as day.
Yes. Let me get it.
Oh, wait. Let me see it, Doug.
Get it?
I do.
With the
I see it.
sunlight shining
I
right
see
on
it. You son of a gun, Doug.
Yeah, eagle eyes.
Look at that. I do see Britannia.
First,
I think it might be a Hibernia, Doug.
let's.
Son of a gun. It's
flip it
very,
over.
very faint.
Yeah, but in that sunlight, it captures.
You're
it
right.
well.
You're 100% right. You'd be righter if there was a higher number than 100%. All right, the never-ending quest to ID it. I see Britannia. As it dries, it's getting better. Now, if I flip it this way...
And drop it.
Let's start over.
Get it dirty
Let's
again.
start over. All right, there's Britannia.
She hasn't moved.
No, she's still there. She's a little dizzy after that fall. All right, and so it would be this way up and down. Oh, you know what? I do see the back of a head, I think.
And right where your thumb
right
is,
at the tip of my thumb,
shoulder.
I think that's a tuft of hair right there.
Is that a tuft of hair?
I think it might be a tuft of hair. All right, Doug, so here's what we got. This looks like the back. Now, what you're looking at in this picture on my phone is a King William halfpenny, which is 1600s.
Nice.
And you can see it's pretty similar.
Yes.
And then here's the front, and if I flip your coin over, you can see it's tough. The tuft of hair,
right there.
the back of his head. So it's possible, Doug. It's possible.
Unless it dries better.
Yeah, the tuft might be
up
a
a
little
little
high. The tuft of hair, which I think is at the top of my thumb, looks a little high.
Yeah.
But that big, thick Britannia, that pre-Atkins diet Britannia.
I thought she was on Slim Fast.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah.
And if it is, it would be your oldest coin ever.
Yes.
Your oldest coin ever. Your first time breaking into 1600s, if that's what it is.
Yep.
So when it dries, we might get more detail. It's funny, when you first got it, we couldn't see anything.
Couldn't see a thing.
And it's getting better and better. So, hey, well done, Doug.
Right.
More
Yeah,
is going to be
exciting.
needed, but you might be in the 1600s. Oh, I got an interesting one here. This was a little scratchy. It was about maybe 7 inches deep. And I pulled this out with my pinpointer, and it sure looks just like a blob of dirt. But when I flipped it, I can see some fancy. It might be part of an old spoon. Yeah, I think it's a bent over part of a spoon handle. See it, Doug?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely a utensil of some sort.
It's a good sign. Human life forms have been here, Doug.
Yeah.
Unless aliens use spoons.
They might.
And how are they going to drink their soup? You know, the cosmic soup.
Osmosis.
All right, we might have a double here. Doug's got a clump in his hand. Don't open it yet, Doug.
I'm not.
I have one here. This was a bad signal, Doug. 27, 28. But I dug down about 3
I
inches
see
deep.
it.
Yeah. And I saw around this, and it is a tiny little tomback cuff button.
Oh,
You
that
can
is
see how
tomback,
shiny
yeah.
it is. That is one of the smaller tombacks I've ever found that's complete.
Other than the shank. That's a shank.
That's true. No shank. But you see how shiny tomback is right out of the ground because of all the different metals that make up that tomback alloy. So that's a killer find for me. And we're going to take a look. Doug's got something in his clump. We're going to do a live clump reveal. All right.
And you can see how small the clump is. So maybe it's a...
Here, give me your pinpointer, and that way you can...
Try it there. Nope.
Still there.
Still there.
I think I see a nail, Doug.
Do you? You nailed it.
Yep. All right, so Doug's is not impressive.
As usual.
But my little baby tomback is nice, Doug.
Very nice. And how'd that ring up?
Beep, beep, beep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Actually, it was like bam, bam, bam. It wasn't a good.
Wasn't a great
Wasn't a good tone, but it was a good result.
Yes, sir. It's only round on one spot.
All right, Doug's got something round on one spot. Well, you were digging it thinking it was a shotgun shell, so if it's anything better than that.
Oh, yeah. It's a piece of copper.
Oh, Doug, it's part of a spoon. You can see
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
There's
the very top edge of a spoon.
Does it look like any of the parts you got?
It does. It does. Mine had a
This guy
similar
was
design.
very abusive with utensils.
All right, I called Dougie over. We're working the big field. We're actually going to move to another field, but I had a pretty good signal about in the 60s, bounced up into the 70s, a little scratchy. I dug this killer clump out and had to fish down, and as I'm going through the side with my leash, Doug, it popped up right here.
Oh, yeah.
You see it?
I see.
Now, it could be a button, but I think it's going to be a copper.
Yeah, it's copper.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No shank.
And it definitely looks thin.
It's as thin as yours, maybe
Yep.
a little thicker than yours.
Ooh, I thought I saw Britannia on that side.
All right, let me brush it down. There's a lot of dirt on it, and I'll be back in a second. Whew, man, Doug.
All right.
There's my copper, Doug.
Yep.
It's actually in worse shape than yours, but it looks like it's a King George II. It looks like he's facing to the left. You just got to get it in just the right light to be able to see it, but up there you can see his bust.
Yep.
Maybe even some lettering up at like 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then it would flip straight up and down like that. And
you see Britannia.
part of her arm.
Yeah, as it dries, it seems to be getting clearer.
Definitely not the best
It's
shape,
definitely
but
old
well,
and British.
yeah, I could see the bust clearly. I'm pretty sure, and I can see up there. It looks like the two,
Some
1,
lettering,
2.
yeah.
Yep. So I think it is. It's a King George II, which is like I forget the range, 1720s to 1760s.
You wouldn't have dug that, right?
This one sounded
Under
pretty good.
normal
No, this one
circumstances?
sounded pretty good.
Okay.
And so we're going to do an experiment, Doug. Hang on. All right, Doug, to show the audience the difference, and it's really noticeable.
Yeah.
Here's my copper that I just got, a King George II. There's Doug's, which might be a Hibernia. Now, as you can see, Doug's is on the bottom.
And basically the same.
Same size.
It's almost.
Doug's,
the
if
same.
anything, looks a little thicker.
Bit thicker.
But now check this out. This one's mine, Doug, on the top.
Yep.
King George II, you can see part of his head. Now listen to it when I swing over mine. 77.
That's with the amphibio.
Sounds good. Swing over it with yours, Doug.
And mine is a solid 24.
I see it on your thing. Now, I'm going to switch it. Put yours there, Doug. Where's yours? All right, so I'm going to take my King George away. I'm going to put Doug's down there. I'm going to swing over at my machine. Now, look at the difference. Same size coin.
Yeah, essentially it is.
34. How about on yours, Doug?
Sounds good, but
14.
it's only ringing up 14.
So how crazy is that?
I wonder if it's...
This coin on mine rings up 40 numbers lower than this coin, even though they're pretty much the same size. So I don't know what you have. It could be really old. It's a mystery, but just shows you got to dig every repeatable signal, and you did a good job catching that one.
Yeah, thank you. All right.
All right, Dog Tag Doug said he's got a ball button.
With a shank.
Oh, that's a nice one, Doug.
Yeah. Either that or it's a tiny hand grenade.
No, well, wouldn't blow up much.
Pretty nice.
That's a beautiful one. Almost like you'd see on an ugly Christmas sweater in today's world. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like
I'll start knitting one.
Wow, that's beautiful.
I think it's got some design on it. I think we'll show through when I get it cleaned up a little bit more.
Now, was this a nice high tone on your machine? I would think
it was,
no.
it was low, but very consistent.
Well, that's beautiful. That's a nice
Yeah,
old one
it
too.
is.
Oh, you know how
That's
nice that would look, like these ball buttons going down the front of someone's,
Cardigan.
fancy old man jacket.
Yeah.
Well, hey, good find, Dougie.
All right.
I like it.
Yeah, it is nice. I like
Everyone
it.
loves a button.
Yeah.
At least I do. All right, Jackpot Jeff threw up the sign. He actually threw up the wrong sign, Doug. Yeah, no, that means big
YMCA.
copper. And then I heard you say you got an Indian, which is a little copper.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. That's what I got.
Yeah.
Or you want me to do this?
But I would have come over anyway for an Indian.
Right.
And I heard you talking to Doug that's from the 70s.
1875, yep.
The 70s ones are really good ones, Jeff. Let me come over to the sun.
I couldn't see. I could see the 18 and the 7.
Well, I don't have my glasses on, which rookie mistake by me. I should always have my glasses on when I come over and see a coin. Let me see if I can angle this so I can see the date. Oh, I do see the 7 coming through right there.
But do you see the...
Nope, I'm going to take a look at it, so hang on. All right, there's Jackpot Jeff's coin. Even with my glasses on, I'm having a hard time making out the last digit, Doug. I definitely see 187. I just like to see the last digit because, you know, with the 1870s, Doug, the last digit is the key digit. You know what I mean?
Correct.
I mean, if you get this 1877, it sure looks like 1871 to me. But either way, heck of a score, man. 150 years old. That's nuts. Way to go, brother.
Thank you.
Good job.
All right, it's getting near the end of the day. This was a screaming one, low 70s. I've dug a lot of aluminum trash in this little area where I'm at, but this is actually a coin. It's a little one. I'm not going to add to our amazing copper day, but it could be an Indian. And it's mangled up. It was hit by the track up. Nope, I see Abe Lincoln. It's a wheat at least. I saw the wheat before I just dropped it. Yep, it's a wheatie. Man, nice age selection of coins. Everything from early 1700s to whatever year this wheat penny is. Oh, we got a good one here. There's a lot of trash in this field, but I knew this one was good. I mean, it just was too crisp. We dug down and at first this giant horseshoe flew out, but I couldn't be it, Doug.
That was way over.
And we just uncovered this. I pulled it with my finger. I didn't see it yet. It's either going to be a coin or a button.
It's definitely penny size.
Yep. Oh, it's a button. I see a big shank sticking out.
Oh, look at that baby.
Yeah, that sounded really nice.
You got some
That's a
design
beauty.
on there? I can't...
That is a beauty.
That is.
Now, I don't know if there's a design on the front, but I love when the shanks are way up like that, Doug.
Yes, sir.
That's beautiful. I'm going to give it a brush down and we'll take a good look at it. So hang on. Beautiful.
You got a good super shank.
Oh, yeah.
My button. The shank is gorgeous. Nothing on the front. Just a plain front. The sun's in a weird spot. I'll try to come down there. But man, that back is beautiful. And I'll look for some writing later, see who made this. Try to get an idea of the age. But man, I love them buttons. Killer.
All right, we found a signal that's live dig worthy.
Yeah, Doug, this could be a coin, and you swung over it, as did I.
And it rang up nicely. We'll listen to it. Yeah.
And just stop.
And it's the right size. I'm gonna call it a half penny,
And it's like
a half
3-4
cent.
inches too, Doug. Not
Yeah.
that it matters in a farm field. And my VDI number, in case you're curious, it's between like a 78 and an 83.
Right, which is typically copper,
It could be. I mean,
copper coin.
I think it'll be a piece of copper. Let's just hope it's round and has a dead guy's face on it.
Yeah, not Al Capone,
Come
but
on, dead guy. Yep, it's in there.
yeah, in that clump.
Yep.
All right, I've got to move now. The sun just came out, so
All right, here we go. Come on, a little bit of luck, Doug. A little bit of luck.
you're the quarter hoarder. You don't need luck.
No.
Just need a better pinpointer. There it is.
It's in this clump.
Looks like brass. Keeps getting smaller.
It's really small though. Oh, it's a coin, Doug, I think.
Yeah,
See
I
it?
see. I see. It's copper.
It's smaller than I thought.
I called it a half penny, and that's about the right
Oh,
size.
it's a rosy. It's a silver rosy.
You're kidding.
Yeah, look at that.
Unbelievable.
A silver rosy. Wow, it was coming up
Yeah,
scratchy.
it's in copper numbers.
Wow, that's much newer than anything we found here.
It's the newest thing we
Wow.
found here.
That's a total shocker. I can't quite read the date upside down.
All right,
So let me
Nate.
come back in a second. I do like the toning on it.
Yeah, I
We'll get
do like it too.
Let me clean it up and we'll get a close up.
All right.
All right, there it is, Doug. 1952 rosy. And look at the colors on it. I love it. How old were you? You were born in 52, aren't you?
I was 2 years old when that coin hit the mint.
Man, that is gorgeous. I haven't gotten a silver rosy, Doug, in months. I don't see a mint mark. Not that the rosies are, any of them are rare or anything, but...
That's only one of a couple silvers that we've gotten out of this.
Yeah, the silvers we get out of this place are not old, and then the coppers we get out of here are like colonial.
Exactly.
Go figure. Another awesome hunt in the books. All the things we love to find, old coppers, old buttons, old relics, heck, silver coins. But Doug's coin is still bugging me. I wasn't 100% sure in the field. I called it a William III halfpenny, 1690s, but it just didn't sound right. That was the biggest thing. Half of what it would normally be. And I've been doing this a long time, so I kind of have some experience under my belt. So let me kind of break it down a little bit more. I'm going to make a slightly better guess. And if you have a better idea, man, I'd love to hear it. Now, I don't have much more detail to go on than what you guys saw in the video, and I'll put another picture up here. The front is kind of in bad shape. I'm going to concentrate on the back because you can see plenty to figure out what this coin is. Let's take a look at Britannia on the back. Now, Britannia came back onto British coins in 1672, and there was a lot of coins that featured Britannia on the back, but the key is to look at the position of her right arm. It's in a 90-degree angle bent upwards. Not every coin looks just like that. So that key is going to break us down from so many coins to just a small bucket of coins. For instance, all the King Georges, King George I, King George II, King George III, all have Britannia's right arm in a stretched out position, if not facing downward. So it rules all those out. Another coin that has Britannia with her arm up like this would be the 1723 Woods Hibernia halfpenny, which would also be Doug's oldest coin, if that's what it is. But take a look at the bottom right corner. On Doug's coin, you can see the round edge of a shield sitting by Britannia's arm. But the Woods Hibernia has a harp that extends almost all the way out to the edge of the coin, and there is no rounded edge there. So now we have to go back even older, into the 1600s, to find Britannia with her arm up like this and the round edge of a shield. And I only found two different ones that it could be. The William and Mary halfpenny from 1694, or the William III halfpenny that ran from 1694 to 1699, the first and second issue only. I think it's going to wind up being one of those two, and I even called a William III in the field when we found it, and you saw it up on my phone while we were out in the farm field. But here's the weirdest part. I'm going to swing over at my machine now. Look at the difference. Same size coin.
Yeah, essentially it is.
34. How about on yours, Doug?
Sounds good, but 14. It's only ringing up 14.
So how crazy is that?
I wonder if it's...
This coin on mine rings up 40 numbers lower than this coin, even though they're pretty much the same size. That coin should have rang up on my machine in the 70s. A really high tone, a high conducting metal. That's what metal detectors do. They distinguish between the metals, and I've been doing it long enough. I sort of know what a coin should sound like, especially when it's on the surface. This one rang up less than half of that. Not only on my machine, but even on Doug's machine, less than half. In the 30s on my machine, and a 14 on Doug's machine. So there was something up with the metal composition. This was no copper coin. It must be some sort of alloy, if not a really cheap metal, but it had the copper patina on it. So what the heck could it be? Well, after doing a lot of research online, I found that back in 1975, when they were building the I-95 corridor through Philadelphia, they found a hoard of over 360 William III halfpennies that were all counterfeit. Now you can Google it for yourself. It's a pretty famous story. But in this huge lot of counterfeit coins, there was William and Mary's, Williams III, and there were some Hibernias, all mixed in, all counterfeit. This detecting spot we were at was only about 10 miles from that location when they built that interstate highway. So I think what Doug might have is a William III counterfeit halfpenny from the 1690s. That's the only way it would explain up why it rang up so low. And even if it was a cheap knockoff of a Hibernia with the wrong design, it would still be his oldest coin that he's ever found before. But to put my mind to rest tonight, I'm going with William III, 1690s halfpenny. Woo, man! Congratulations, Doug. If anyone out there has a better idea, I would love to hear it. But whatever it was, incredible find. And that's the beauty of this hobby. You never know what you're going to get. And if you guys want to experience half that fun, Get yourself a metal detector, go explore your local area and see what incredible things you can come up with. And I can even help save you money on any brand you want. If you need a detector, a shovel, a pinpointer, those are the basics. Get out, I'm telling you, you're gonna have a blast. You're gonna find amazing things. You're gonna learn history you never knew existed. And you're gonna have a great time doing it. It is the hobby of champions. Whew. Otherwise, thanks for watching, everybody. Happy hunting. I'll see you in the next one. Later.